First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47. There to bring him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Andrews. That's good.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And incredibly, now a hit and a loose football. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Look at him go inside the 30.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a 64th. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
23-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Roethlisberger here finding Johnson.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check 50, check 50.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 37-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Jackson steps away to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there. Tried to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll make it third down.
Incomplete.
Here's Jackson to throw. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And his pass incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Position on him, and he pulls it in. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's up to 70 yards now in this first half receiving as he's got a first down. From the gun, Jackson flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flush to his right, and that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something.
I don't want to see what's served, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field.
The Ravens.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it...
Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 58 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
The Ravens take
The
over.
conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
23 yards, the final tally. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
First and 10 at the 35.
Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Jackson will throw again.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And it's picked up by the Ravens. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one. Deep left. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to keep it here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Able to slither by. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And now past another. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And that will cut this lead down to 13. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
Wiggles free. He won't go down.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear. Gut fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead can slip away quickly.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Again, it's Connor. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run.
They're on the stop.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But
now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
And now out come the Steelers. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Steeler ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now he'll square up and throw deep. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. Operating from the gun. Jackson flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules...
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. Rolling to his left. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And he'll be set up in good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A very solid gain of 27.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Roethlisberger. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles where he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They'll look to run with Connor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right?
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just a couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for release.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Joe Hayden on the coverage.
Throwing again. Jackson being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Jackson on the keeper.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquis. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is...
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
3-yard line.
That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Jackson, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
3rd and 10.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll run it. He's got the first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive